Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Take 3 Productions movie bracket. I'm your host, Jacob London, and with me today to help is Chris Doman. How are you, mate?
I am doing well, man. So now that Oscar season is behind us, one that I know will be talked about for good lord, a long time to come. It's good. Now we can get into the March Madness spirit, and what better way to do than with some classic movies?
Exactly. So, all right, let's get started. What we've decided here for our first movie bracket, we're doing the big one. We're going all out. We are going to look and decide what is the greatest film of all time. And funny enough, we don't have the best picture winner on this list. But oh well. So we want to know what our GOAT is, basically. And last weekend, the Take 3 team, we all selected 50 films that we believe deserve to be in the conversation of greatest film of all time. We took those 250 films, sorted out the doubles and the double ups and what was in more than one list, and we were left with over 154 films. From those 154 films, 64 were double ups, and as a result, these were automatically included into the bracket. The remaining films were chosen by a draft until we had all 128. To organise seating, we had two films that appeared on all 5 of our lists. These 2 films were chosen as a number 1 seed. The other 2 films were voted on by the group. From here, all other seeding was completely randomised and resulted in some interesting matchups. Chris, what did you think of this selection process?
Luckily, it was an election process, and one that was actually fair, unlike some other recent elections, if you happen to live in the United States. But it is what it is, and yeah, you're right, dude. We got some tough choices in this first round. So, are you ready to get to it?
I'm ready to start. So, to make this easier, we have 4 brackets: blue, yellow, green, and purple. What we're going to do with this one is we're going to go through the films first, and then at the end we'll let you know where you can vote and how you guys can participate in this bracket. So for our first bracket, I'll start with the blue one. The number 1 seed, of course, Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Number 2 seed, Animal House. Number 3 seed is Psycho. Number 4 seed, The Avengers. Number 5 seed, The Shining. Number 6 seed, Looper. Number 7 seed is Blazing Saddles. Number 8 seed is Fantasia. Number 9 seed is Double Indemnity. Number 10 seed is Airplane. Number 11 seed is Dead Poet Society. Number 12 seed is The King's Speech. Number 13th seed is The Wolf of Wall Street. The 14th seed was Zero Dark 30. The 15th seed, Saving Private Ryan. 16th seed is Fight Club. 17th seed is Seven. 18th seed is Good Night and Good Luck. 19th seed is Die Hard. 20th seed is Casino Royale. 21st seed is Glory. 22nd seed is Ratatouille. 23rd seed is Zodiac. 24th seed is Spirited Away. 25th seed is When Harry Met Sally. 26th seed is Jaws. 27th seed is The Iron Giant. 28th seed, 2001: A Space Odyssey. 29th seed, The Princess Bride. 30th seed is Aliens. 31st seed is Glengarry Glen Ross. And the 32nd seed is The Guest. Chris, what do you think of our first bracket?
Depending on which films get pitted against each other, this is gonna be ugly. Because we have just in this bracket alone, holy crap! I have seen every single one of these films, and it's nuts. I don't know if I could choose, in all honesty, but we'll have to leave it up to you guys to decide that one for us.
Some of these choices are going to be very interesting. I'm very excited to see some of these matchups. All right. Do we want to look at the matchups now? Well, actually, how about we move on to the yellow bracket?
Yeah, we'll move on to the yellow bracket. For our number
All
1
right.
seed, we have Raiders of the Lost Ark. For the number 2 seed, we have the third Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. For our number 3, we have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. At number 4, we have Disney's Beauty and the Beast. At number 5, we have V for Vendetta. At number 6, we have Inglourious Bastards. Number 7, 12 Angry Men, the 1959 version. At number 8, we have... Oh, geez, I'm trying to go over there. Okay, we have Good Will Hunting. At number 9, we've got Terminator 2. At number 10, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. A good film. I don't know how it got on here, though. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Number 11, we have Arrival. All right, number 12, we have Drive. At number 13, we have Memento. Number 14, David Fincher's greatest film, The Social Network. Number 15, the best Star Trek film, Wrath of Khan. At number 16, The Bourne Ultimatum. At number 17, The Producers 1968 version. At number 18, we have Clerks. At number 19, we have The Sound of Music. At number 20, This is Spinal Tap. Great film. At number 21, we have Scream. At number 22, we have Disney's Aladdin. At number 23, we have Ridley Scott's The Martian. Number 24 is Casablanca. At number 25, Finding Nemo. 26 is The Sandlot. Number 27, Damien Chazelle's Whiplash. At number 28, we have Enemy. Number 29, we have Goodfellas. At number 30, surprisingly low, we have Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. At number 31, The Secret of NIMH. And at number 32, Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. Oh,
There are going to be some tough matches in that one.
yes.
Oh,
I fear for the voters.
Okay, let's look at our green bracket. Our number 1 seed is, of course, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Number 2, Rocky. Number 3, Inside Out. Number 4, Gone Girl. Number 5, Mad Max, Fury Road. Number 6, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 7, Monty Python and the Life of Brian. Number 8, American Beauty. Number 9, La La Land. Number 10, Breakfast Club. Number 11, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Number 12, Back to the Future. Number 13, Wall-E. Number 14, E.T. Number 15, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. 16 is Braveheart.
Actually, can you,
17.
sorry, cut you off. Can you start from Back to the Future because you cut out for a second there?
Okay. Number 12 is Back to the Future. Number 13, we have Wall-E. 14 is E.T. 15, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Number 16, we have Braveheart. 17 is The Raid Redemption, the original Raid. Number 18 is LA Confidential. 19 is Inception. 20 is Prisoners. 21 is Creed. 22 is Birdman. 23, High Fidelity. 24 is Major League. 25, The Godfather. 26, Midnight in Paris. 27, Citizen Kane. 28, The Conjuring. 29, Spider-Man 2. 30, The Wizard of Oz. 31 is Deadpool. And 32, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, that's a great film, wouldn't you say, Jacob?
It is a fantastic and amazing movie.
Now, you know what, before we move on to the next bracket, I just gotta say, how in the hell is The Wizard of Oz so low? Was I the only one
okay. Okay, so it was all randomized, and we're going to have a lot of people ask about this, but the only seeding that was 100% the number 1 seeding was number 1. That was the only one that we actually chose. Everything else was completely randomized, because you've got films here that we could spend literally a month arguing about where their seating would be, and it would take some of the fun out of it, deciding, okay, no, let's randomize it and see what the movie gods give us.
You know, and yeah, and hopefully that will answer some questions to anybody who might be asking, well, why is this here and why isn't this there? And, here's the thing, guys. We could spend that month, trying to argue this out, or we could just put it in a computer and let you guys decide. So, with that, we will now come to the purple bracket, the last one. Again, this one's gonna kill me when the matches are set up. The number 1 seed is arguably the greatest Oscar snub of all time, The Dark Knight. At number 2, in 1999's The Matrix. Number 3, To Kill a Mockingbird. Number 4, It's a Wonderful Life. Number 5, Sicario. Number 6, The Green Mile. Number 7, Pulp Fiction. Number 8, Ridley Scott's Alien. And number 9, The Incredibles. And number 10, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. And number 11, Toy Story 2. And at number 12, Dirty Dancing. At number 13, The Shawshank Redemption. At number 14, Going My Way. Number 15, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. At number 16, The Little Mermaid. At number 17, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Number 18, School of Rock. Number 19, Gone with the Wind. Number 20, Chicago. Number 21, my favorite film of all time, Argo. And number 22 is The Lion King. And number 23, Full Metal Jacket. Number 24, Titanic. And number 25 is The Godfather Part 2. At number 26 is An American in Paris. At number 27, Singin' in the Rain. Number 28, 2015 Best Picture winner, Spotlight. Number 29 is The Silence of the Lambs. Number 30 is The Field of Dreams. Number 31, Jurassic Park. And number 32, the original 1984 Ghostbusters. Jeez.
Now, I'm sure there are a lot of people listening and watching right now who are very angry that we have missed a lot of movies. Because I know there are. There are a lot of snubs that we have missed some. It's not intentional. We aren't purposefully missing movies. It's just 128 is still a lot, but it's still not enough.
It's not, but we do want to keep this to within March. Otherwise, we could do more, but it would take us the rest of the year.
Exactly. Let's talk about the matchups. We'll start with the blue bracket. This has some tough matches. Alright. So, I'll start. Number 1 seed, The Empire Strikes Back, is going up against The Guest. What a matchup.
Oh, jeez. Man. And then we come to the number 9 seed, Double Indemnity, versus the number 24 seed, Spirited Away. Which, if it wasn't going up against Empire after it takes out Double Indemnity, I'd say it has a fair shot at going pretty far, but, well.
Man. And then straight after, I love this randomizer. It still managed to throw up 2 David Fincher movies to get against each other. We've got Fight Club and Seven.
Ouch. Well, that does hurt, but that doesn't hurt me as much as this next one does, and that is the number 8 seed, Fantasia, versus the 25 seed, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to pick for that one. Next we go. Psycho versus Aliens. Oh, that's a tough one.
That's pretty tough. And this next one is just about as brutal. You've got the number 11 seed, Dead Poets Society, versus the 22 seed, Ratatouille. Oh, crap.
Next we have The Wolf of Wall Street versus Casino Royale. Another painful one.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough. I'm gonna call it right now. After that, we have the Best of 74 versus the Best of 75. Blazing Saddles versus Jaws. Yikes.
Oh man. And then we go to the other side of the bracket and have Animal House versus Glengarry Glen Ross. I think
that's
Chris is gonna have a heart attack.
that is a Sophie's choice for me right there, man. After that, we have Airplane versus Zodiac, one of the great comedies versus one of the great thrillers. Yikes.
I have a feeling Airplane might pull through on that one. To me, it's a no-brainer. Airplane wins that one, but man, that's gonna be a tough match. Next, we have Saving Private Ryan and Good Night and Good Luck. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one as well.
That's brutal. After that is Ryan Johnson's Looper versus Brad Bird's The Iron Giant.
Oh. Some of these, man, most of the, actually, I think we've said this is tough on nearly every single one of them so far. And it doesn't get any easier with Avengers versus The Princess Bride.
You know, I kind of hate the randomizer right now, Jacob. I'm not going to lie. Because it also pits The King's Speech versus Glory. Colin Firth's best versus Matthew Broderick's best. Yikes.
Oh, man. And it doesn't get any easier. Zero Dark 30 against Die Hard.
For me, it's a no-brainer, but it's still going to be a tough one. And then we come to one of the masters himself, Stanley Kubrick, having two films going up against each other. The Shining versus 2001: A Space Odyssey. What is it with directors and having their work pitted against each other, right?
I know. Already, like this early. Like, no, we'd expect it to be a lot later. Man, this randomizer's mean. All right, let's go have a look at the yellow brackets. And we will start with Raiders of the Lost Ark against A Clockwork Orange. My God.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
What do we have next?
We have Terminator 2 Judgment Day versus Casablanca.
Oh, that hurts me.
Come on, man.
But, oh, man. And then we have the Bourne Ultimatum against the original producers. My God, that's hard.
What is wrong with computers? Why do they hate us? Because after that we have Good Will Hunting, one of the best dramas of all time, versus Finding Nemo, one of the great animated films from Pixar.
My
God.
Oh, man. And then next we have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory against Star Wars A New Hope.
I quit. That hurts. But, you know, it's almost as bad as this next one. We have one of the best of 2016, Arrival versus Aladdin. A true classic.
That will be tough. Then we have Christopher Nolan's Memento against Rob Reiner's This Is Spinal Tap. It's another tough match.
Yes, that is brutal. Almost as brutal as this one. You have 12 Angry Men versus The Sandlot.
Wow. All right, moving to the other side of the bracket, we have the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade against The Secret of NIMH.
If we were going to go by which one I personally like more, well, the animated one would come out on top, but, oh, man, it's going to be Indy, unfortunately, but...
Well, I don't know. There is a lot of groundswell behind The Secret of NIMH, but...
That's true, but... We'll see. Well, we will see, because whichever one wins will have to go up against two of the best of 2015, that being Mission Impossible Rogue Nation and The Martian. Yikes.
I know you were saying Mission Impossible doesn't deserve a spot on this list, but I don't think it's lasted more than 1 week, so at least you have that for you.
There is that, yes.
And another tough one, we have Star Trek The Wrath of Khan against Kevin Smith's Clerks.
Khan! Oh, that's gonna be brutal.
Man. This is gonna be cool.
But, and then for the next one, we got Inglourious Bastards versus Damien Chazelle's Whiplash.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
And then next, two very different movies, but two fantastic movies indeed. Beauty and the Beast against Goodfellas. My God.
that's gonna be that's gonna be just awful. But this one, I think, is actually this is gonna be way tougher than I think a lot of people realize initially. We have Drive versus Scream. Holy crap!
I don't know what's coming out of that one, but
I don't
the next one, I have a feeling I know what is going to end up winning this next one, and that is The Social Network against The Sound of Music.
I think that might surprise people, but yeah, you're onto something there, Jacob, because the final one in round one for the yellow bracket, V for Vendetta versus Denis Villeneuve's Enemy. Yikes.
Wow. All right, let's move on to the green bracket. We start with number one seed of Return of the King against Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Wow.
Well, it was a good run, Jim Carrey, but
yeah.
All right, and we come to the number 9 seed, La La Land versus Major League. I know what I want to win.
I don't think it's going to.
Jinx.
La La Land may have lost the Oscar, but it will win the.
It will win the first round. Damn it!
First round. All right. Next, we move on to a tough match in Braveheart and The Raid Redemption. My God.
Ooh. Yeah, they'll say. Well, now we got one of your favorites and one of my favorites duking it out. We have American Beauty versus The Godfather. Oh crap.
That's hard. And then next, an even tougher match that I hope pulls out in front, but I don't think it will, and that is Inside Out versus The Wizard of Oz. I'm pulling for Wizard of Oz, but I don't think it's going to get there.
We're off to the second round, please.
Okay.
Because even if it does win, it's going to be up against Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Birdman, which that alone is going to be a tough match.
That's a tough match. And then, oh man, okay. Personally, I don't think this is a tough match, but I know there is a lot of lovers for this movie out there, and that is WALL-E versus Prisoners. I think WALL-E runs away with it, but I do know there is a groundswell for Prisoners, and it could possibly cause an upset.
Yeah, definitely, and I think we have another case of that where we have Monty Python and The Life of Brian versus Midnight in Paris. Yes, The Life of Brian's been around for a long time, but some might try to say it hasn't aged that well, and Midnight in Paris just has that charm, man. So you never know.
And I know a lot of people will be asking, why is Life of Brian? Why isn't it Holy Grail or Meaning of Life or now for something different? That was just how it worked out. It was what someone voted for, and that's just where we ended up. And next we loop to the other side of the bracket, and for some reason this movie is on this bracket, but I don't think it deserves, and that is Rocky versus Deadpool. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I don't think Deadpool deserves being anywhere near this bracket.
And that is your opinion that you are wrongfully entitled to. As we come to the next match, The Breakfast Club versus High Fidelity.
This is my most painful match.
This is definitely one of my most painful ones too, because, oh Jesus.
But here's the thing. I think I have a feeling that whichever one wins this has a chance to get onto the championship, because I think one of these two films, whichever one can win this, has a legit shot of actually going further. Because their next match against the other two films, I don't think would be that difficult. And then their third round match against either this next match, which is The Two Towers versus LA Confidential.
Yeah, no, you're onto something. But to be fair, it would also have to take on the winner of the next match from that, which is Citizen Kane versus A Nightmare on Elm Street. I know what I want to win, but I know what's going to win, which is fair.
Yeah.
It is one of the
and
greats.
then next, oh yeah, and then next we have Gone Girl or Spider-Man 2.
Ouch.
Another tough match.
Ouch. Oh, that's ugly. And, you know, and again, we have an all-time classic. That's at least that's what's regarded as, though I couldn't care less. Versus one that's brand new and still holds up, still great. Back to the Future versus Creed. Yikes,
man! I have a feeling Creed could cause an upset there. I don't think it will, but I have a feeling it could. I think this next one is going to hurt me a lot, and that is E.T. versus Inception.
Woo.
Oh man, I really, really, really want E.T. to win this, but I have a feeling there is a chance it might not.
Yeah, there's a good chance that we'll be seeing, the Hans Zimmer go forward. And it will be facing the winner of The Conjuring and Mad Max Fury Road.
And another big, big, big match.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, man. And then we move on to our purple bracket, which, it doesn't get any easier. And this has probably arguably some of the more classic films in here. And that is The Dark Knight versus Ghostbusters to start the match.
If it was me saying what's going to win, well, this would be no brainer, but this is the internet. This is, our league we're talking about here. We have a lot of people in it. This could go so many different directions.
Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be any backlash against the recent remake of Ghostbusters against Dark Knight, or if there'll be any backlash against Batman v Superman.
True,
possibly.
That's a great point.
Both have had remakes that didn't quite work as well.
Not at all. But the next one that either one will be facing is The Incredibles versus Titanic.
Two big titles, man. That's a tough one. And then we move on to even more tougher match with The Little Mermaid and Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, that's hurting me. Not as badly as this one though, because again, two of the greatest films come out of the 70s: Alien versus The Godfather Part 2. Can I just choose to not vote? Of course, I'm still gonna vote.
If this was just up to me, Alien wins this by a landslide, but I'm one of the few random people in the world who doesn't think Godfather Part 2 is that any good of a movie, so might move on to the next one before I'm in a lot of trouble, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird versus Field of Dreams. My God, this one hurts me.
Yeah, this one is really painful for me as well, considering I've been to the Field of Dreams. But not as bad as this one, because here we have, again, two animated classics. Toy Story 2 versus The Lion King. Ouch! Right in the childhood.
And then the next one, I think, funny enough, I think this is actually one of the easiest matchups. It could possibly not go through, but this one doesn't hurt me as much, and I think this one should get through on a landslide, and that is The Shawshank Redemption against Chicago. Chicago is a fantastic film, but it's not Shawshank Redemption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a similar case for this next one, which is Pulp Fiction versus An American in Paris. An American in Paris is a really, really good film. It's a classic. It deserves to be up here. But it's up against Pulp Fiction, a movie that redefined cinema. So,
and look, there is a chance we could have a repeat of 1994. What film's gonna win?
Yeah,
Shawshank
exactly.
or Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I was saying, hopefully the real winner will come out on top.
Yeah, exactly. Forrest Gump is not on this list.
Thank
All
God.
right, let's move on to the other side of the bracket, and we have the number 2 seed, The Matrix, up against Jurassic Park. My God, what a difficult match.
And I think this could be a good upset. I'm calling it now. This is going to be an upset. But not as... Yeah. But unfortunately, I don't know if I can say that for this next one, because it's Captain America the Winter Soldier versus Full Metal Jacket. That's going to be like a 1 or 2 person vote difference.
I have a feeling Captain America will win this one, but Man, that's a tough one. And then even tougher, this next one. I know we're in the Fan Movie Trivia Schmodown page, and we have a lot of Star Wars fans and supporters of it, but Return of the Jedi against School of Rock, man.
And don't get
I'd
me wrong,
love to
guys.
see
If you
School of
know
Rock
me,
win
you
this
know
one.
you know I love Return of the Jedi, but School of Rock is a better film.
Oh, I would give anything for School of Rock to win that, but I just don't think it's going to go up, especially considering it's going up against Star Wars, and it's going to be tough.
It's gonna be tough. Just like, and I think this next one again is gonna be pretty close. That is Frank Darabont's The Green Mile versus Singing in the Rain, one of the all-time classics that unfortunately I just can't watch because another movie in one of these brackets kind of ruined it for me. So,
and moving on to It's a Wonderful Life versus The Silence of the Lambs. Oh, two movies very similar, correct, Chris? They're very similar.
I was saying, because all the cannibalism in It's a Wonderful Life, it's so reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
Now, you could not get two films that are more different. Just like in the next one, you have Dirty Dancing versus Argo. Jesus Christ. Two completely different films.
Wait, sorry. So, there wasn't dancing in the Iranian hostage crisis? I thought there was.
No, for maybe a split second there, but...
Oh, and then... two classics. We're going old school with our next one. Is Going My Way and Gone with the Wind.
Frankly, my dear, you're not going my way.
It's amazing to think that if these two films went up against other films, I don't think they would survive the first round, just based on because of how old they are and they're classics. But going up against each other could make this a very interesting. They could go quite a bit.
They could. They certainly could. But again, they have some more recent competition because the last match in the purple bracket, again, two of the best of 2015. You have Sicario versus Best Picture winner Spotlight.
Wow.
Jesus.
Man, it's the 2015 Oscars again.
It is. So.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that is our bracket. As we said, go to the Fan Movie Trivia Schmodown page. Join the group. We will let you in. You can join in. Enjoy watching some of the matches as well. Subscribe to us here on Take 3 Productions. We do the Fan Movie Trivia Schmodown here all the time. Chris, where can people find you on Twitter?
You guys can find me on Twitter at my band Last Shot at Redemption at LSARBandMN, or you can find me trolling the tweets on the official Take 3 Productions Twitter page at FanSchmodown.
All right, and I'm Jacob Blunden. You can follow me at all the various social media networks at Jacob Blunden for Take 3 Productions. We'll see you. We hope you enjoy this, our Movie Madness bracket, and next week we will let you know the results. Go voting.